On July 20th, 1969, the world watched in awe as humans landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong became the first person to set foot on the lunar surface. His words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," echoed across the globe. This event marked a significant achievement in human history. It was the culmination of years of intense scientific research and space exploration. The moon landing was part of NASA's Apollo program. The space race between the United States and the Soviet Union fueled the urgency for this mission. Landing a man on the moon was a clear demonstration of technological prowess. It was a moment of national pride for the United States. The success of Apollo 11 showed what humans could achieve with determination and innovation. It opened up new possibilities for space exploration. The moon landing remains one of the most iconic moments of the 20th century. However, not everyone believed what they saw on their TV screens. Doubts and questions began to emerge soon after the event. This led to one of the most enduring conspiracy theories of our time. The moon landing conspiracy theory began almost immediately after the event. Some people found it hard to believe that humans could achieve such a feat. The theory gained traction in the 1970s. A book titled "We Never Went to the Moon: America's $30 billion Swindle" by Bill Kaysing played a significant role. Kaysing worked as a technical writer for Rocketdyne, a company involved in the Apollo missions. Kaysing claimed that the moon landing was a hoax orchestrated by NASA. He argued that the technology at the time was not advanced enough to send humans to the moon. His book presented various pieces of evidence to support his claims. These included photos and videos from the Apollo missions that he said were fake. The theory was further popularized by a 1978 film called Capricorn 1. The movie depicted a fake Mars landing by NASA. Though it was fictional, it fueled public imagination about the possibility of a hoax. The idea that the moon landing was staged in a Hollywood studio began to spread. As time went on, more people began to question the authenticity of the moon landing. The internet played a crucial role in spreading these theories. Online forums and websites dedicated to the moon landing hoax appeared. Today, the theory continues to attract followers. Believers of the moon landing hoax present several arguments. One of the most common points is the appearance of the American flag on the moon. They argue that the flag appears to be waving, which should be impossible in the vacuum of space. They claim this indicates the flag was filmed in a studio. Another argument is the lack of stars in the photos taken on the moon. Believers say that in the vacuum of space, the stars should be visible and bright. The absence of stars in the photos suggests to them that the images were taken on Earth. They also point to the shadows in the lunar photographs. Believers argue that the shadows in the pictures do not align as they should if the only light source was the sun. They suggest multiple light sources were used, indicating a studio setting. Finally, they question the technology of the 1960s. Believers argue that the computers and spacecraft of the time were too primitive to handle a successful moon mission. They say it would have been easier for NASA to fake the landing than to actually do it. Section 4. Counterarguments from skeptics. Skeptics of the moon landing hoax provide strong counterarguments. They explain that the flag appears to wave due to the lack of atmosphere. The flag was designed with a horizontal rod to hold it out stiff, and the movement was caused by the astronauts planting it in the lunar soil. Regarding the absence of stars, experts clarify that the camera settings used for the lunar photos were adjusted to capture the brightly lit surface of the moon. This caused the relatively dim stars to be invisible in the pictures. The shadow argument is debunked by the uneven terrain of the moon. Different angles and slopes cause the shadows to appear irregular. Multiple light sources are not needed to explain the shadows seen in the photos. Lastly, regarding technology, skeptics point out that the Apollo missions were supported by extensive research and testing. The space race provided significant motivation and funding. The technology, while primitive by today's standards, was sufficient for the mission. Section 5. Influence on popular culture. The moon landing hoax theory has had a significant impact on popular culture. It has inspired numerous books, movies, and documentaries. The idea that such a monumental event could be faked is intriguing to many. It appeals to those who are naturally skeptical of government and authority. Movies like Capricorn 1 and more recent films have explored the theme of space hoaxes. TV shows and series often reference the moon landing conspiracy as a plot point. The theory has also been a topic of discussion in various podcasts and YouTube channels. The internet has played a crucial role in keeping the theory alive. Social media platforms and forums provide spaces for believers to share their ideas and evidence. Memes and satirical content related to the moon landing hoax are widespread. This conspiracy theory also reflects broader societal trends. It shows a growing distrust in official narratives and institutions. The moon landing hoax theory has become a part of the cultural landscape, influencing how people perceive historical events. Section 6. Summary of both sides. Both sides of the moon landing debate present compelling arguments. Believers of the hoax theory point to inconsistencies in photos and videos. They question the technological capabilities of the 1960s. They argue that the moon landing was a staged event to win the space race against the Soviet Union. On the other hand, skeptics provide scientific explanations for the supposed inconsistencies. They explain the flag's movement and the absence of stars in photos. They debunk the shadow anomalies with logical reasons. They highlight the extensive research and effort behind the Apollo missions. The debate over the moon landing continues to this day. Each side is firmly convinced of their perspective. The arguments and counter-arguments show how complex and multifaceted this issue is. Section 7. Overall impact of the theory. The moon landing hoax theory has had a lasting impact on society. It has fueled skepticism and mistrust in government institutions. It has influenced various forms of media and entertainment. The theory has also sparked curiosity and debate among people worldwide. While the scientific community overwhelmingly supports the authenticity of the moon landing, the hoax theory persists. It serves as a reminder of how powerful and enduring conspiracy theories can be. It also highlights the importance of critical thinking and the need to evaluate evidence carefully. In conclusion, the moon landing hoax theory is a fascinating aspect of modern culture. It challenges us to question and seek truth even in the face of overwhelming evidence. The debate may never be fully resolved, but it continues to captivate and provoke thought.